Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Building in Minecraft. I am the Berserking Korgi. Today, we are going to be learning the design techniques in order to create these warped crimson, brown mushroom, and red mushroom custom trees. So let's go ahead and get started. To start off with, let's go ahead and work on the crimson flat top mushroom. Okay, so in the shulker box, we have crimson stems, crimson hyphae, plain nether wart blocks, shroom lights, and weeping vines just for decoration. I also keep a filler block on me. You can use whatever you want. Dirt, in my case, I'm using the cyan wool just because, I love cyan. So let's go ahead and take those blocks and we'll pick a place here. Right here seems good. And I'm going to use the crimson stems and I'm going to go 12 high. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just like so. And then now I'm going to take the nether wart blocks. I'm going to place one on top and then I'm going to surround it with another layer of nether wart blocks. So it makes a 3x3 layer. I'm going to do this again. Go all the way around. This is going to make this top part 5x5. Whoopsie. And then you guessed it, one more time. We're going to go around one additional time, making this a 7x7 nether wart, single layer of nether wart blocks all the way around. And done. All right, now that we have this beautiful 7x7 square, let's knock out the corners to create a little bit more of a rounded shape to it. There we go. Now we have the basic shape of a flat mushroom in Minecraft. But we aren't going to settle with this. This is custom. So I want to make the base of this a little bit bulkier, like a large tree in real life. So let's take the crimson hyphae and we're just going to add some around in places. I break that ground out and it makes it look like the roots kind of going into the earth like that. And we'll just kind of do this all the way around. There we go. That looks pretty good. I like it. I'm thinking, though, that this is looking a little boring. Let's add some branches to this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 6th one up, I think I'm going to go ahead and place a branch. So we'll go out 2. Place in a filler block. And then we're going to step it up just a little bit. Another filler block. How does that look? I like that. So let's take our nether wart blocks again. And I'm thinking we'll do the exact same thing. We'll start with one in the middle. And we'll make a 3x3. Then we'll add one more to that, making this a 5x5. All the way around. And just like with the top, let's go ahead and we will knock out the corners. That looks good. That looks super good. Let's go ahead and add maybe a second branch over here. Make it slightly different shape though. Maybe instead of going out 2, we will go out 1 and then we will step it out. I can't go too high because I will mess with the canopy of that one. Perhaps, though, if we go 3 out and up. Yes, perfect. Now let's go ahead and do the exact same thing. Place down another wart block and surround it with a 3x3. And we can go one more out. This is the fun thing about making custom trees is that you can change things on the fly really easily to make the trees vary. So keep in mind when you're building these, you can have one branch. You can have several smaller branches. That looks perfect, guys. Perfect! So I'm thinking we'll add in a couple of shroom lights to it to help add a bit of light to the space as well. I love to add shroom lights around the base as well. I think it makes the whole thing glow. Look at that. That's fantastic. Now let's add in maybe a weeping vine right here. We'll take it down a little bit. Yes, and then we'll add another one right over here, I think. Now, if you don't want them to grow any farther, keep in mind you can just place a string down and it will prevent them from getting all the way to the ground, just like a traditional vine. There we go. That's beautiful, guys. Look at that. And that is a beautiful flat top mushroom custom tree. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the dome topped. All right, for the dome top mushroom, we are just going to be using the warped versions. So we have warped stems, warp hyphae, the warped warp blocks, shroom lights once again, and twisting vines. Once again, you will also need a filler block. Use whatever you would like. All right, now the dome top mushroom is going to start off very similar to the crimson flat top mushroom. Pick a spot, but this time we are going to take the stems and we're going to go at 14. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And just as with the crimson flat top, we'll start off with one in the center and then surround it, making a 3 by 3. Then we'll go out one more time, making a 5 by 5. And then, of course, one more time, making a 7 by 7. And we'll just finish that up really quickly. All right, there we go. Now you can see it's that same square that we had with that one. This time, though, instead of just taking out one on the corners, we're going to take out an L shape. So we're going to take out these 3 blocks on each of these corners. Just like so. And this is going to create a more round shape. Now, let's take our filler block. And we'll go out one space. Add your warped block to the bottom of that. Break your filler block. And then we're going to trace this shape all the way around. So we're just going to follow it like so. All the way around. Making sure that we make the L shapes in the corners. Because I don't want it like this. I want it filled in, nice and full, completely traced. So really quickly, we will finish that. All right, there we go. We have the first 2 layers of that done. Once again, let's take our filler block, place it out, add the warped wart to the bottom of it, break the filler block, and we are going to trace it all the way around once again, just the same as we did on the prior level. All right, and now you can see it has more of a tree shape, but it's just a little bit too symmetrical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break out these 3 in the corners, just like so, on each and every single corner. Now that we have that done, you can see it's a little bit more of a dome shape instead of being so very symmetrical. And there you go. That is the top part of our domed mushroom. Just the same with the flat top crimson, we're going to add a few blocks to the bottom to bulk it up. And it doesn't have to be beautiful, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be at least somewhat interesting. And once again, I'm going to go through and just toss in a couple of shroom lights to help the bottom glow a little bit. There we go, that looks pretty good. Now, just as with the flat top, let's go ahead and add a couple branches to it. Maybe on the 4th one up, so 2, 3, 4, we'll take the warped hyphae, place one out, and let's grab our filler block and just alternate and kind of stair step this up just a little. Now I'm just going to simply place one on top and then one of the warped wart on each side. There we go. That looks really good. It's like a not quite grown stem of the main mushroom with this beautiful canopy. So maybe we should do one more over here at like a diagonal. One that's really not grown yet. So we'll take a filler block, place it on the side, and then a warped hyphae, and then we'll do that one more time. So we'll place filler block on the side, one on top of it, a warped hyphae, break both of those filler blocks out, and then just place a warped block on the top. How does that look? Yeah, it looks like it's still growing. There we go. That's that. Now, finally, we'll add in a few shroom lights. This is a nice big mushroom, so there's room for lots of shroom lights in here. There we go. Oh, it looks fantastic. And then finally, we will add in a couple of the twisting vines. All right, guys, there you go. We have a flat-topped crimson custom tree, as well as a dome-topped custom warped tree. These trees' size and shapes can be altered and changed to create a beautiful, beautiful custom tree forest in your nether area. But the exact same techniques that we use to create the warped and the crimson can be used to create this brown flat top mushroom with a branch on the diagonal, as well as this dome topped red mushroom, also with a branch on the diagonal. I hope you enjoyed today's episode where we learned how to make custom fungus and custom mushroom trees. Hopefully, these builds have inspired you to decorate your world. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to give it a like. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing. If you don't already follow me over on Twitter, Instagram, or my Discord, links are down in the description box below. I release sneak peeks, teasers, and occasionally pictures of my puppy dog, BC. I am the Berserking Corgi. Have a fantastic day.